Hi, folks. This is Sid from 3-Minute Travel Tips and magicofmickey.com. Welcome to 3-Minute Travel Tips Live. 3-Minute Travel Tips Live is a roundtable discussion with travel professionals and industry bloggers. We're here to talk about vacation topics in more detail. Each 30-minute show will feature a segment where we can dig just a little bit deeper than our usual 3-minute format. Vacation planning doesn't have to be complicated. We're all about offering video content to help make your vacation experiences memorable. And today's topic is a perfect example. We're here to talk about downtown Disney, and we've got the lowdown in 30 minutes or less. First up, we have Monday Cleghorn. Monday is president and owner of Magic of Mickey Travel. Magic of Mickey Travel has earned quite an honor within the Disney organization. It is recognized by Disney to be an authorized Disney vacation planner. Monday, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Sid. How are you?
I am well.
Good.
Next up, we have Becki Whittaker. Becki is a blogger and a travel professional with Magic of Mickey Travel too. Becki, how are you doing today?
Doing really well today. Thanks, Sid.
Excellent. Well, before we get into the main topic, we do have some news to report. Walt Disney World Resort recently announced free dining packages for vacations that are going to be scheduled for later this year. This is a very popular option with guests. Monday, can you share with us some of the details of these packages?
I sure can, Sid. This is actually the biggest promotion of the year. People look forward to it all year long. And, of course, we never really know if it's going to be promoted until the day that it goes live. So we hear a lot of rumors a lot of times, and people post things that are rumors. So don't pay attention to the rumors because they're not always right. But check with your travel professional at Magic of Mickey Travel. We will be able to give you the correct information, and the day that it goes live, we'll be sharing with you all the details. But it actually went live on May the 7th to the general public, and it is for, of course, free dining, and it's for travel dates of August the 31st through December 23rd, and there'll be some blackout dates in there. So be sure and get in touch with your travel professional and find out what those blackout dates are. You'll get, if you book a value resort, you'll get free quick service dining, and if you book a moderate or deluxe resort, you'll get free regular dining, and that's the best way to go. So get booked. Contact Magic of Mickey Travel and book. Don't miss out on free dining.
I was going to say, I mean, when you went from a guest perspective, what is the clear benefit by purchasing during that window or making your vacation during that window? What would you say is the best thing about it?
Free food. You get to dine with characters. You get to eat at some of the best restaurants you'll ever dine at, and they are all included in your dining package. If you get that, if you book at a moderate or deluxe resort, you'll get that regular dining plan. And if you do book at at a value resort and you get the free quick service plan, you can always choose to upgrade. You'll pay a little bit difference in price to upgrade to get the regular dining plan, but that quick service dining is still going to be free, so you'll just upgrade if you want to do that. But I mean, you're getting free food. You know, who don't want free food? And what it's the best time to go because you're getting free food. I mean, I can't say it enough. It's free food.
Well, the free food part of it is certainly there's a strong demand for that, and a great appeal, and I have to admit it actually is related a little bit with our topic of the day, and that is with downtown Disney, because downtown Disney has some incredible restaurants. So if you ended up booking during that window where you have the free food, the free dining, if you will, you could use some of those credits over at downtown Disney. But as we make the transition, I'd love to chat a little bit about downtown Disney. Recently, a team from Magic and Mickey got a chance to spend some time over there. Over the years, downtown Disney has changed quite a bit. It is not a theme park. The area originally started out as a shopping destination, but over time it kind of morphed a little bit by adding some dining and entertainment options. Recently, Disney announced that it was enhancing the area further with an expansion effort called Disney Springs. Now, if you go over and visit the downtown Disney today, you're going to see a lot of construction going on. There's parking garages that are being added, and different areas are closed off as they redo a little bit of the area. So what we thought we'd do today is focus a little bit on what a guest can do at downtown Disney today, and then for another time we'll talk about what Disney Springs is like, because even though there is a lot of construction going on, downtown Disney is still in operation, and there's a lot of things you can do. Now, the way we look at it, there are probably three main areas of appeal in going to downtown Disney, and they are with shopping, with dining, and entertainment. And ladies, I'd like to start off a little bit with an area that I'm not real strong in, you might say, and that's shopping. I'm not a shopper. I'm more of a hunter. I'll just go out and get it and go on. But I know the two of y'all I think y'all are pretty good shoppers. And tell us a little bit about the appeal if you wanted to go shopping at downtown Disney. Monday, what are some thoughts about it?
Well, Sid, I think you figured me out. You know, I am a professional shopper, so you know that I love to shop. You've learned that about me. I love everything about downtown Disney, and even though there is construction going on, like you said, there's still so many things that you can still do. The only thing, well, one of the things that has closed is Team Mickey, and unfortunately that's gone, but there's going to be some really cool things coming in, and Becky's going to tell us about that in a little bit, but just there's so many things that you can do. If you love shopping, like I do, then I suggest going down to downtown Disney and spending your day down there. World of Disney is amazing. There is so much in that store that you can choose from. Clothes, shoes, jewelry, purses, you know, anything you want. And you know, most everything is Disney themed, even things for your home. If you're a huge Disney fan, be sure to go there. My favorite store is a boutique type store, and it's called Trendy, and they have all kinds of boutique clothing, and most of it is Disney themed, but it's a boutique type clothing. It's beautiful stuff. Jewelry, they have jewelry there. They have some great handbags, and of course Becki just recently got to get a Harvey from there, so I'm jealous of her. But they have the Disney Dooney and Burks.
Dooney and Burks.
I know. But oh, and also over at World of Disney, you can choose from a couple of different selections or styles of Vera Bradley Disney bags, and I'm sure there'll be more coming in eventually in different styles, but there's all kinds of options there, and just some fantastic shopping. Little mismatch down there. They have the mismatched socks, which has also become a huge trend with teenagers and young people, so that's a great place to shop. There's you know, the Art of Disney, that's one of my favorite places, and they have some beautiful Thomas Kincaid pieces, and also Jim Shore, and then some other, there'll be sometimes you go in there and there will be artists signing their prints and also actually drawing things while they're in there, so that's pretty cool to see. But there's a lot to do at downtown Disney still. And one thing I do want to mention right quick though, and the buses, if you go to downtown Disney and you're taking a bus from your resort, if you're going to Marketplace, be sure, well, the buses will not let you off at Marketplace until after 12 o'clock p.m. So they'll actually let you off at Pleasure Island. Yeah, so but you'll have to walk a little ways. It's not that far. It's very close to Marketplace, but just be aware that you will not be able to, if you're down there and you need to leave from Marketplace, you won't be able to leave until after noon. So
excellent. Well, Becki, you've got a unique perspective as well. Again, I'm not a shopper. What are your thoughts about shopping in that area?
You know, like Monday, I love the variety of the shops. You know, my daughter loves the mismatched socks, so she likes popping in there and just seeing what's going on. If you're into cooking and spices or tea, they have the one little store, all of a sudden it slipped to my mind. I'm looking at my map. I'm looking at my map to see if I can find it really quick.
Is it the Spice and Tea Exchange?
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
That is it. And so you can go in and get some fresh dried herbs or teas or Mickey-shaped pastas and cookbooks and mugs and all sorts of kitchen gadgets and gizmos. So I love popping in there. But as Monday alluded to earlier, Team Mickey is now gone. They're in the process of creating a marketplace co-op in that same location. And from what I have found out, it's going to be 6 like mini boutique or little shops in that area. And they're having a Zoe and Pickles. It's a younger, trendy, more for the older little girls in the teen age group. You've got the trophy room, which is going to be your vintage sports. So they're not leaving the sports out of there. They are bringing in what's called Centerpiece. It's a home decor. So I'm anticipating some Mickey, Disney's type items to decorate your homes with, but who knows what all else they might bring in there. There'll be D-Tech. It's a decorative phone case area. Cherry Tree Lane will have accessories, not just jewelry pieces, but I was told they're bringing the Dooney and Burke's and the Vera Bradleys, at least from the Trendy next door, over there, and then Trendy will be Harvey's purses and handbags only. And then Beautifully Disney, it's Disney's makeup line. They will have their own boutique, and they're going to do free makeovers. So I'm excited about going in there and trying some of the makeup out. And supposedly it's going to open, it's on tap right now for the first weekend of June, but as we all know with Disney, timelines sometimes get pushed back, sometimes they get bumped up. So just be on the lookout for that in the next few weeks.
Well, I'm not sure where to put this one in the category of either shopping or dining, but one of the places that you can stop by is the Ghirardelli chocolate.
Ooh, yeah.
Which you have the option of certainly shopping, because there are all kinds of chocolate things to buy. You can, if I remember correctly, they were passing out samples, free samples. So as you walk in the store, you get a chance to enjoy the free samples. But then there's, I think you can actually get some Ghirardelli treats as well. Monday, what do you think? What do you think about that?
Oh my goodness, it is absolutely fabulous, and I like to go in there and get my free sample because it is just amazing. And there's so many different flavors. I mean, even, like in the fall, they give you some that have pumpkin. It's chocolate and pumpkin. Oh, my goodness. Fantastic. But anyway, I do love the chocolate and caramel. I think it's my favorite. But anyway, I do like, they have a ice cream shop also where you can go in and get sundaes and, I mean, all kinds of, oh, my goodness. They just have some of the most amazing items in there.
It smells good too.
Yeah.
Well, you're right, Becki. I know it's one of those things where you go in there and it grabs your attention with all of the incredible choices you have. And this is one of those where like where do you go, and as far as eating, what are some other places, Becki, that really stand out as far as dining for you?
Earl of Sandwich. If you're wanting a quick jump, just a quick sandwich, you can get just a sandwich or soups. There's fresh fruit cups and pudding cups and chips and smoothies and teas and coffees, and it is a one-stop shop for yummy food. It's love it.
And not only for lunch or in dinner, but also breakfast. They have breakfast items.
That's right.
Well, it's funny. As I was reading about the history of Earl of Sandwich, I believe the very first franchise was there. They started in Orlando and have since expanded out. And when you walk into the restaurant, pretty much every time I've gone in there, the place is packed. You do have you'll see a fairly good line, but from a guest standpoint, you do not. They move very quickly, so while it does have a line, you can get through it very quickly, and they serve the food very, quickly as well. They take the Disney dining plan there, so if you've got a Magic Band or if you've got the a dining plan kind of situation going on, you can actually use your credits there.
That's right.
And Monday, if I memory serves me correctly, they are a popular treat with you, not only you, but your family as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, they are. As a matter of fact, every time I go, if I go without my family, I have to bring home Earl of Sandwiches. Earl of Sandwich sandwiches. So they love those sandwiches, and so I end up, I take them through security, which is just a breeze. I'm amazed that I can get through security, but I have had several times when I've brought those sandwiches through security, I've had a TSA officer say, "Wow, that smells really good." And I said, "Stay out of my sandwiches." But I normally always take one home for myself too.
I hope the family gives you a good tip for that extra long delivery service.
You would think they would, but
Well, Earl of Sandwich, if you're not wanting a kind of that experience, if you want something a little more upscale or a little different, there are certainly some different dining options there too.
Mm-hmm.
Becky, can you describe some of the other places that are popular?
I sure can. One of our favorite places for more of a sit-down, upscale dining that you're talking about is Raglan Road. It's over just as you're leaving the marketplace, entering over the Pleasure Island area. It is that Irish pub flair. It has just to die for, melt in your mouth, bread pudding with like a caramel and cream sauces you can pour on top. We've described this to our kids after we went without them once, and they're like, "You're not allowed to go back without us." So they've now had it themselves, and they're like, "Yes, we have to always go back there." But they've got the live Celtic music and the dancing inside, and they'll even at one point bring the little kids that's dining with them or in the restaurant up on stage and teach them a few steps, and just it's really interactive for the kids as well, and I highly recommend giving them a shot.
Sounds like it's almost like a little bit of a mini Epcot restaurant kind of World Showcase kind of experience, only in this case it's at Downtown Disney. And also, unlike Epcot, when you're going in these different areas, these are non-ticketed kinds of places. So you're not actually required to purchase an admission ticket to go into Downtown Disney. That instead it's free to park, it's free to visit. Really, in fact, the only time you would need some kind of admission ticket is when you start getting involved in the entertainment options that they have, and frankly, they've added a lot of neat entertainment options. Monday, can you share a little bit about some of the different options that somebody might want to spend time doing as far as entertainment at Downtown Disney?
Absolutely. There's so much to do. I mean, as far as, like you said, things that are entertaining. One thing that sticks out in my mind, actually a couple of things. Splitsville, for one, is just fabulous. It's a place where you can go and bowl and eat, and Becki knows all about bowling, so she can tell you more about that. But it's a fun experience and just something different. For the family, if you just wanted to do something different than maybe going to a park, just head over there and enjoy maybe a couple of games of bowling and some really good food. And but then also Cirque du Soleil La Nuba. Oh my goodness, it's incredible. It is it's a feast for the eyes. I mean, it's so entertaining, and as a matter of fact, their website, it just really describes it. It says a boundless and festive journey of the imagination, and that is so true. I mean, I have never, as far as I can think, I've tried to think of other things that may have really just overwhelmed me, as this has. But nothing. This was just one of the best things I have ever experienced in my life, and the artistry, even the storyline. There's a storyline behind the show, and you just follow it along. The children, there's kids in the show, and it's amazing, their acrobatics, and it's just amazing to watch. It's exhilarating, and I highly recommend anybody doing that. But it's something else you can do, maybe one night go over there and enjoy that. It's just so Again, it's exhilarating.
Monday, I have to share it. I have to agree with you. I know the occasion when I had a chance to watch one of the events, I was just astounded by how precise these acrobats and performers were. We were sitting near the stage area, and these folks were on some bicycles, and it's a black stage. It's a very dark stage, and the lighting, it's very dark. It's not, I mean, it's not scary dark, but it's a dark environment to set a certain mood. And I was looking closely at these performers, and they were, moving very quickly on these bicycles, and they were only just inches away from the edge of the stage. I mean, how precise they were, how talented they were. I mean, to be able to control their bikes and move, but all of the acrobats, the clowns, the performers, the experience itself is not like going and visiting, the circus carnival that you might see, the Ringling Brothers experience, if you will. I mean, those are neat experiences too. This is more of a kind of a very creative themed show involving, really world-class athletes and performers in a very unique environment. My understanding is Disney actually partnered with the Cirque folks to design the stage and put together a show that it's the only show you can see like this in the world. It's not available at other locations. It's not a traveling show. So if you want a very unique experience, this is where you'd want to go. And obviously a travel professional would be somebody who could assist in acquiring the tickets and setting up the reservations and all of that. Becki, I was wondering too, before there's a couple of areas here we could go with it. They've got a movie theater, so if you want to catch the latest flicks, there's an opportunity there. But then they've also got something called Disney Quest. Becki, how would you describe Disney Quest?
I would describe it as it's a 5-story gamer's paradise. If you are into, the traditional, more the vintage video games, Frogger, Astro Orbiters, Frogger, the Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man, if you're into any of those, they have those video machines there. If you're into more of the 3D interactive ones, they have a Pirates of the Caribbean where you're out there trying to destroy ships and collect the loot and do that. And then there's all sorts of in-betweens. There's like a little Tykes area that, for the younger kids. There's a Buzz Lightyear kind of dodge 'em with space balls that you're shooting at each other in these little card cage things. And it's a blast. My kids just love it there. My son especially, but he loves those video games. I don't mind taking them because I'll go find a seat after I play a little bit, and I'm going to go and eat a cupcake.
Well, it's funny because that location has a certain appeal, not only from a demographic standpoint, certainly the teenage boy gamer side, if you will, the dad who's looking for playing a video game, from the era when he grew up, like when I grew up, even chances are you'd find some of these vintage machines there. I ran across this last trip down some actual video games from the Wreck-It Ralph movie. They, as I understood, Disney Imagineers had put together the actual game that was in the movie for guests to play. So if you were a Wreck-It Ralph fan, you could actually go play Fix-It Felix or whatever it is. But they also have some very rare games that only very few copies of those machines even exist that are in the working condition. So if you're into gaming, that's a great place to go. Obviously, inclement weather, that's a great place to stop off at. Depending on the type of ticket you've purchased, your visit to Disney Quest may already be included. So it's a benefit there for you that it's definitely worthwhile to ask about, check with your travel professional to see if that's been included or not as an option. But a lot of cool things to talk about here with Downtown Disney. As Downtown Disney morphs, though, into Disney Springs, I'd like to suggest to guests to keep an eye out. We'll be doing another Google Hangout talking about the changes with Disney Springs as they become more apparent. But we're now to our point where we need to start wrapping it up and talking about our tip of the day. And I'd like to first turn to Monday. Monday, can you give us your tip of the day.
I can, and actually it pertains to Downtown Disney. One of the things that I tell my clients is if you have a travel day and you don't want to go to a park that day, go to Downtown Disney, spend it down there. Enjoy yourself. There's a lot to do, a lot of great places to dine, a lot of entertainment, and it's normally open from anywhere from 10 to sometimes midnight or later. So go down there and check it out. I mean, there's so much to do.
Becki, what is your tip of the day?
My tip of the day is, as Sid mentioned at the earlier introductions, that I am a blog writer, and I have started up the Magic of Mickey Travel blog. You can look at it at magicofmickeytravel.weebly.com, and it's updated every Thursday.
Excellent, excellent. And my tip of the day concerns inclement weather. Certainly you can go ahead and visit to Downtown Disney, but another option you might want to keep in mind is to bring an inexpensive poncho to the parks. The fact is, it rains in Florida sometimes, and especially during the summer. And while Disney can control many different aspects of the guest experience, that's one of them that they haven't quite been able to manage. Many, if not most, attractions are operating during inclement weather, and as long as there isn't really dangerous conditions, many of those attractions are available. And you'll find that the lines themselves will be a little bit shorter, and you might actually be able to do more. So my suggestion is bring a poncho and go out and embrace the conditions and enjoy yourself, because you'll still have a blast at Walt Disney World, even with inclement weather.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, we need to wrap it up. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into our broadcast. I'd also like to thank Monday Cleghorn. Monday, what's the best way folks can reach you?
You can reach me at monday@magicofmickey.com.
Excellent. And Becki, I'd like to thank you too. What are the best ways to reach you?
You can reach me at Becki@magicofmickey.com. Becki with an I.
Excellent. Well, that's it. In 30 minutes or less, for all your Disney travel needs, reach out to any of the dream makers at Magic of Mickey Travel. And for more travel tips, please subscribe below or check us out at Facebook, Twitter, or even Pinterest. And you can also reach us at our blog website, 3minutetraveltips.com. Thanks for watching.